Hello, welcome to the Alone Show. I'm your host, John Alone. In this episode, no regulars, because reasons, as always. As for our guest, she's from the Boston area in Massachusetts, and she is a seven-time award-winning voiceover talent. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Danielle Sadia.
Hi there, Peter. Nice to say hello this morning.
It sure is. So, how's life?
It is good, and you?
Fantastic. Is there anything you're currently doing at the moment this week?
Well, just lots to do as always. So I was very excited to hear about your podcast and be able to join you.
Okay, that's nice. So, what inspired you to become a voiceover artist?
I've always known since I was young, a very young kid, that I wanted to perform. And I always loved voices and hearing voices and different accents and characters and how you can use your imagination and you can create characters. So that was what always just drew me to the profession. So I actually started out performing on stage and then I went to radio and then into voiceovers.
Ah, that's cool.
Mhm.
And throughout your work as a voiceover artist, which 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 of the jobs have you enjoyed doing the most?
I would say they're all enjoyable because every one of them is your own creation. So each one has its own specs, its own character, its own delivery, its own meaning. So for me, I would just look at every single one as like a baby, where you have your own new creation and you're bringing it into the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Are there any jobs or opportunities you haven't done yet that you would like to do someday?
Definitely. I mean, I'm definitely open to any and all opportunities that would be exciting. I mean, I just always like to learn of new things. And if there's something that I feel like is a fit for me and can use my creativity and be something that is challenging, but yet still creative and fun, that would be something I'd be interested in.
Very good, very good. What was life for you growing up?
Growing up, well, I came from just a regular average household, I would say, just in the suburbs. And for me personally, I never had any contacts, anybody to hand me any opportunities. So I was always very self motivated and self driven. And I think when you know what you want to do with your life or you have an idea of what direction you want to go, you have your own internal motivation. So I was just very driven to accomplish my goals and to achieve, in that way as a performer. And that's what just kept me going my whole life because I knew it was what I was supposed to do.
Fantastic. Where do you see yourself 20 years from now?
That I don't have an answer to because I'm more of a live in the moment when I'm creating as far as working on projects and creating something. So I'm just more, I like to just be in the flow and have things come up, opportunities come up. And then also at the same time, moving forward with my own things that I want to accomplish, but I'm not 20 years ahead.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, it's good to stay in the moment.
Mhm.
If your life was a meal, what kind of meal would that be?
That's a very interesting question. I really don't know. I'm just thinking about my favorite foods now. So, pasta, pizza, things like that. But I really couldn't tell you what kind of a meal my life would be.
Okay, that happens. Have you ever met anyone famous?
Yes, I've met several, more than several, who are famous.
Very good. What kind of music do you often listen to?
I like more of hip hop R&B. So that type of music, also dance music. I like something that just picks you up and gives you energy and makes you feel happy and you want to sing and dance.
Yeah, absolutely. I can almost feel it, kind of. But
Hmm.
mostly, yes. So yeah, I can certainly see that.
Yeah.
How did you spend your last birthday?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, my birthday is in January. So in January, I actually had a bunch of different people contact me for my birthday, and I had a little video that was given to me as a gift on my birthday. So it was just more people that I know and just wanted to spend time with. It was very casual, but yet really nice.
Sweet.
hmm
As a voiceover artist, what are some of the biggest challenges that you face?
I would say working as a voiceover artist, voiceover talent, the most challenging thing is when you're working with other people, because usually, again, when you're working on different jobs, you have different people, producers, directors, script writers, things like that. It's always when you have your own vision of how you think something should go, and then you have somebody who's a producer or a director, somebody who is, again, writing a script who's saying, like, this is the way I'd like to see it, but you have your own vision. So you're trying to stay true to your own vision. And at the same time, you're trying to also follow direction. So that I think is really challenging because I think a lot of times for performers, they're really adamant on the way they see the actual project going and how the delivery should be of a project. So for me, I'm the same way. Like I'm just very set on this is the way it should be because I work more intuitively too. So I feel like this is the way and it's my inner feeling and I want to go with it. But you have to also try to be a team player, and work cooperatively with everybody to produce a good outcome.
Yes, absolutely. What's the weather like where you are right now?
Well, that's a good question. We have kind of an overcast today. I feel like a meteorologist now, Peter. It is overcast,
Okay.
no sun, and it's kind of on the cooler side, but still warm like springtime, but just slightly cooler.
Oh, what a coincidence. The same could be said for me. It's also an overcast and also cooler than most days.
Okay, we are tag teaming in different parts of the world.
Yes. We finally got something in common.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you rather speak all languages or talk to animals?
Oh, definitely the first option. I'm not an animal person.
Fair enough, fair enough. I would also like to learn languages, so it also helps. It's also good for the brain just knowing a couple words every now and then to like communicate and expand your brain power somehow. But yeah,
Yeah. And I think also it's very attractive, like when you talk to people who speak multiple languages and they can just seamlessly change from one to the other. And it's just a beautiful transition in sound. And they just seem so native in their speaking. I think it makes the person very attractive.
yes, absolutely. If the internet suddenly stopped existing, what would you do with the time you used to spend on it?
I would just be happy because I'm low to no tech. So I usually rely on other people to do the technical stuff. So I would just be very pleased and content.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
What movie would you like to see for the first time again?
Okay, my favorite movie of all time would be Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin and Michael Caine. So I would say that one just because everything in the movie was fantastic. The music, the cinematography, the acting. I loved the whole thing, the storyline.
Okay, cool, cool. What is something that most people consider to be a luxury, but you don't think you could live without?
A telephone, and it would be like a high class professional grade telephone, like one that would be in a hotel or a business, an office. Like I like a nice high quality telephone.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you hosted your own talk show, who would you have on?
Well, of course, it would have to be you as the first guest.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to say, we talked about this in our podcast, and now welcome to my show.
Wow. That's
Mhm.
wild. Are you more of an early bird or a night owl?
Definitely early bird, but not early, early. Just, normal time in the morning. I like to just do things more so in the morning to get things done and be productive.
Okay, fair enough. I'm also an early bird, but other times, mostly, I'm also a night owl because I like staying up late.
Okay. You got the best of both worlds there.
Hmm. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or have the agility of a cat?
I would say the agility would be more my thing.
Ah, all right then.
Hmm.
What is the best way to travel?
The best way, well, it depends. I mean, where are you going? If you're going to another country, then plane. If you're able to go by car, then I would say car.
Good point, good point. And if you want to go really far, the plane is the best option there is.
Yes, it is. And probably the only option, unless you have some other way that I haven't heard about yet.
Yeah, like getting a spaceship or a rocket somehow that goes light speed somehow.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. If you had a song for every time you entered the room, what song would that be?
The song Holiday by Madonna.
Oh, that's a good song.
Hmm.
What always makes you laugh?
I think it's more so just conversation when you're talking to somebody or enjoying somebody's company. I think it's just like the energy exchange at times. And just for me, I'm very visual. So, you're talking and then I get a visual of what the thing is and then it's funny. So then I laugh or just feeling the other person. I'm also an empath too. So I pick up on other people's feelings. So if somebody's happy and joyful and I hear them laugh or they're just a happy person, I pick up on it and I feel happy too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you the same way?
No, not really. I see it much differently, but I still understand either way.
How do you see it?
I'm not sure to be honest. It's not that deep to be honest. I just what I do with most things in life, I just go with the flow.
Okay, good.
Yeah. What is your favorite ice cream topping?
I'm not an ice cream topping person, but my favorite ice cream is chocolate Haagen-Dazs.
Ah, very good. Where do you spend most of your free time?
I would say talking on the phone. That's what I like to do, talking to people. So I would say that's what I enjoy casually as well as professionally.
Nice, nice. If you could bring back any fashion trend, what would it be?
I would say probably the big hair thing. I think that's, I don't know, something about that's nice when you just have a nice look with your hair and it's more stylish instead of the same thing where everybody's doing the straighten your hair and everybody looks the same, just kind of a different look.
Yeah, I could see that. What improved your life quality so much you wish you did it sooner?
I would definitely say doing workouts. Like workouts are fantastic. And I would recommend for people, I mean, when I was younger, we just had, going to school, we had gym class. So that was what everybody did. And it wasn't very enjoyable. So most people didn't like to exercise or do that. But I think more so for anybody, just finding something that you like to do, like some sort of exercise or activity, and then sticking to it, I think it really helps you in many ways, physically, but also giving you like a mental strength because you have to discipline yourself and then also a sense of accomplishment. And I think that's the way that you can get a really quick fix of an accomplishment because you just tell yourself, okay, I'm going to do this for this amount of time or whatever the activity is. And then when you complete it, you say, you know what, I did it. Like pat yourself on the back. You feel good about yourself, boost your esteem. So your self esteem. I think it's great.
Yes, indeed. If you're going to sail all across the globe, what's the name of your boat?
Princess.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, I would think it would have a kind of a double meaning because I like obviously the princess mentality, but also I remember to watching The Love Boat when I was younger, and I love that show. So kind of like a princess love boat.
Oh, that's nice. What should they teach in high school, but they don't?
Many things, I would say, definitely money management skills, I think would be very important to learn. We didn't learn a lot about that in school. And also just say how to get along with people. I don't remember hearing anything about that in school either. So just more like life skills where you can learn how to relate to people, understand people, and just have better relations with them in general.
Hmm, yes, absolutely. What app can you not believe someone hasn't made yet?
Wow. I don't even know what that would be. I'm not, again, a very high tech person, so I don't know all the apps that are out there. I do like TikTok though, so that would be something I would say on that realm of a TikTok where people just enjoy it universally and something where people find it's inspirational but also fun and exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. If you could go back in time, what decade would you want to live in?
I would say a time when it was the more traditional roles were the norm, where there were more like the man roles, the woman roles, where the woman supported the man and was more, you know, doing that type of dynamic. Very, very traditional. That would be my timeline, I would say, because I'm more traditional.
Okay, that's cool. You know what? I'd say the same to be honest, because
Hmm.
times were much simpler back then.
Yes, that's what I liked about it too. I mean, I can't name a decade, but I think as far as just having a simpler life and just having a dynamic where each person knows what their actual supporting role is to each other and then they just stand by that, I think is really nice because I feel, women and men, they have their own strengths and weaknesses, and I think when you're in the role that you feel is for you, where it enhances your abilities, your strengths, I just think it makes for a better dynamic, relationship dynamic and also living dynamic because you feel like you're in the correct role for you.
Yes, absolutely. If you could turn any activity into an Olympic sport, what would you have a good chance of winning a medal for?
Oh, wow. I don't know an answer to that. I can tell you a long time ago when I was in school, we had an option to pick an kind of an alternative activity as far as exercise goes and fitness, and I picked fencing. So I thought that was an interesting sport. I just never fully pursued it at that level, but it was interesting to learn how to fence with a sword.
Ah, all right then. Who would you want to switch lives with?
Well, again, I don't know who that would be. I would say definitely, I would, if I picked somebody, I would say more of a Hollywood person, somebody in a Hollywood lifestyle who had a very easy yet um, relaxed type of life with a lot of opportunities to go to events, parties, premieres, things like that. I really enjoy again the entertainment aspects, so anything like that I think would be nice.
Fabulous. What is your favorite holiday tradition?
I'm not a big holiday tradition person, so I really am not big on the holidays. What I like to do is when the holidays come around, like the major ones like Christmas, things like that, I always like to do things for other people, like to get them gifts and celebrate with other people. So I feel it's more like the giving aspect of it that I enjoy.
Yes, couldn't agree more. Would you rather never use social media again or never watch another movie or TV show again?
I would say never watch another movie or TV show again.
Okay, very well. What stats for your life would you most like to see?
What stats for my life?
Yes.
Like if I said I want to win every single competition and have 100% success doing so?
Yes, something like that.
Okay, that's what I would say. I mean, I like, especially like when you're going for something to accomplish a goal, to reach a certain pinnacle, to win an award, like I want to win it. So that I would say 100% success rate for everything that I do.
Yep, exactly. If you could slow down time, what would you do with that power?
Well, I would slow it down for the times when I'm doing something that's enjoyable and things that I want to have continue, for a lengthy period of time when I'm engaging with somebody. And then otherwise, I'd speed it up to move along to something that's more enjoyable.
Yeah, indeed. If you were given 500 acres of land, what would you use that land for?
I would say to build something on it. What I would build, I don't know, but it would be something that would somehow be able to help other people, give back to a community, do something that's philanthropic. I would say that would be what I would be looking to accomplish.
Yeah, yeah. What is your favorite season?
I love summer. I would say that would be the best. I like sunshine. I like nice weather. And ultimately, if I could get a palm tree, I'd like a palm tree as well.
Sweet. If someone wrote a book about you, what do you think its title would be?
Fabulous. And I'm saying that being very confident, not arrogant. um, I think really like that's a key thing too. I like confidence in people, and I think just calling it fabulous. I think everybody, again, just universally, if everyone could step into their fabulous nature, their confident nature, really be able to be acknowledged and accepted for their really good qualities, qualities that are unique, also, things they've accomplished, their intentions about things and good intentions, like all of those things. I just think we really need to focus on just being able to, again, strive, for the best in our abilities and just the best in life.
Yeah, absolutely. What is something that was once important, but it is now becoming less and less relevant?
On a personal level, I would say, when I would go to meet guys, like to go out on a date, do all that stuff, I was very, I don't know if I would say superficial, but definitely looks were the most important thing initially. So I'd be like, I want that really handsome male model off of a magazine type of thing. And now more so, I think the inner qualities are more important. Just somebody that, is a person who will love you unconditionally, accept you unconditionally, is a good person, kind heart, all of those really good qualities, I think should be weighted more heavily than perfect looks.
Yes, exactly. What happens in real life, but it is rarely portrayed in movies?
In real life, I think for most people, real life is kind of boring. I don't know if we should use that word, but boring is the word where, not a lot of things happen. At times we have exciting moments, at times we have things that are, just out of the ordinary. But I think most people, their lives are kind of day in, day out rote like. And I think that's why people like entertainment. They like to watch shows or go to movies to really get that excitement back into their lives, like live vicariously through another character or just have something that's stimulating, unlike their everyday lives, which may not be that exciting.
Yeah, fair enough. What was the longest line you've ever waited in?
And it has to be a line from the post office, I would say. I don't know how long, but maybe close to an hour mailing a package.
Okay, okay, I can see that. Kind of. Would you rather not be able to open closed doors or not be able to close open doors?
I think the first one.
So you say you would rather not open closed doors.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. At least you are guided on a right path.
I think it's because, I mean, there must be a reason why the door is closed. So you might want to just keep it closed.
Fair enough. There's always a plan that works out better for all of us.
Right.
What is your favorite drink?
My favorite drink? Well, I'm more of like a water girl. So I like a good water, like a high quality water.
Yes, I'm a water guy too, but of course I'm open to all other kinds of fluids.
I like how you're so open. That's great.
Yes. What could you give a 40-minute presentation on without any preparation?
Definitely dating. I could go on endlessly about dating stories and meeting guys and experiences with that and talking to men and women about dating.
Yeah, yeah, I'd sit down for that one.
Okay, good.
What is something that needs to be modernized?
Something that needs to be modernized. That's a good question. I don't know. I can't, again, off the top of my head, give you an answer because I'm, again, very low to no tech. So I like things more classic as opposed to high tech and modern. I think sometimes just a standard thing that has been around for a long time works just fine, and you don't really need to take it to level 20.0.
Yeah, yeah, very good, very good. And that is all we have for this episode. It's great having on Danielle talking about works as a voiceover artist and the obstacles and many other things. It has been great.
Thank you so much, Peter. That was great. It was so nice meeting you and just a pleasure.
Me too. And until next time, stay tuned for more.